so roof vents. What I purchased was these, I guess they're printed on 3D printers, and what it does, it makes the top of the opening for the fantastic fans. It fills in these holes right in here, and so that's how it will go on. And if you're wondering why it's all scraped here, it's because you simply tape it to the top of the roof and use that as your template, either for a jigsaw or an angle grinder. And in my case, I use an angle grinder, which is perfectly fine. It doesn't affect its ability to seal. Anyway, in between them, there's this piece, and when I checked with the ring that goes on top, there's places where the screws come through this, so I didn't want it to collapse it. So I cut these little wooden blocks, and they're 5/16 of an inch, which brings it level with the original ones. And what I've also done is I have made these strips because I want to build up, if you look, that's totally movable. So what I've done is basically on top, on either side now, I have cut material that is 1 5/16, which brings it flush with this, because at some point I'm going to be putting wood on there to attach my roof. And so what that does effectively is it locks it in here. At another point back here, I will be doing something to build it out back here, and I'll be using wood to trim this out, this opening, and when that is attached to this area, that will lock it in there. And so all I have to do is put these in and then create the pieces that go across here, and it's all at the same plane as the ribs in the front. Okay, so that's how I did it on the front. Now, because I'm using two 330 watt solar panels. They are 39.1 by 67 inches. So I had to leave from the back of this one to the front of the other one 80 inches. When you do that, it pulls it to the area which does not require that vent. I don't know if you can see it here. It's actually a flat area all the way around. And yeah, sorry for the light, but I will not require that, so I can just go right to this with, well, I guess it would be 1 5/16 material, frame it out, and bring it into this area here. Again, oh yeah, there, now you can see it, eh? See where the ribs are? That's where they end. And I don't know what this was for. It was made differently, I guess maybe for refrigeration units or something of that nature. Okay guys, so here I am up on the roof, and I've got to clean this surface off for the caulking that I'm going to use, and I'm using lap sealant. I forget the name of it now, but it's a common product that's being used for this now. This ring is porous, so it won't be a problem. You know, it'll soak right into that and hold it. I'm right confident of that. But what I'm going to use here is a product called Final Wipe, and it's what they use in the automotive industry, and it's VMNP and naphtha, which is, I don't know, cleaner. Works good. So I'm going to go all around this surface and clean it up, and by the time I get down below, it should have dried. It's a quick evaporating type of solvent, and it's made for this product, or not this product, but this type of process. So it's just a matter of cleaning all the surfaces, and I can actually see the surfaces becoming shiny because I guess there's residue and stuff on these vehicles from you know, just the processing, manufacturing, and the daily stuff that gets on here. In this case, this vehicle has only got, oh geez, 5,000 kilometers on it. It's brand new, all tore apart already. So anyway, is satisfactory, I think. So now I'll come down and I will do the rest of it. Be right down. Unless I fall. Goddamn ladders. Okay. Okay, so here we are. For anybody who's interested, these will be the two products that I'm using. It's the black Dicor because I have the gray vehicle, and this PL Max. Anyway, what I'm going to start with is putting the ring on with the Dicor on it. And yeah. Yes. Okay, so I'll put the ring up. And drop it into place. Should be right about there. Now I'll just kind of manipulate that a little bit. Pull it down. You can see how it really nicely fills in the holes there. Now I've got these other wooden pieces, these here ones, and they've got the stuff on them. And I'm going to push it right up against the outside, so I'm going to put a good gob on here and on here, and hopefully, you know, it may have some holding power. A little bit of glue won't hurt. Oh, I can see now here's it's wandering just a little wee bit, so I have to. There's kind of like a hydraulic motion with this stuff. If it will move around, it's slipping and sliding. There. Okay, now here we are. I guess you better. Okay. This stuff has a high tack factor. You don't want to be stupid about it, but it will probably hold on its own for a short period of time. It's right along the length. Snug those up. And there. These. And my handy dandy clamps just to keep the pressure. Oh, look at that. Look at that squeeze already. That's how much that roof will move. So it's just a matter of keeping contact. Yep. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I think I might go and find a couple more clamps. I don't know if it's really necessary, but that's what you do, I guess. I don't know, I've never done it before. Anyway, I hope it holds up. Okay, I think I better come up and see what kind of mess I've made up there. Oh, look at that, eh? And I'm going to let this sit for maybe a couple hours and then come up and, or even what I should be doing here is letting this set up and then doing the cross pieces in here and gluing that in so that when I do the final drill in with that ring, that everything has a solid place to grab. I'm not sure how long the screws are, if they come in that far to, yeah, they should. If they come through the metal, they got to penetrate the wood. So anyway, I will let you know how it turns out. Okay, so I'm up above here and looking all around. It did squeeze out in places, which is to be expected. And I'm not going to be too concerned about it, because that's what it's supposed to do. Yeah, because now when I put the ring in, this self-lap sealant will go right down and over this and over the screws. So we'll just leave it the way it is. Looking good. These are a molded assembly for the tops of the roof rack of these, or the roof of the Promaster, for the installation of. Just got some lights in here. It's a little crude, but hey, should work. Okay, so anyway, yeah, here they are, and as you can see, it's got all the little grooves. Oh yeah, on this edge, and it goes into the roof as such. You can see that it's made to slide into these holes. Now, on the back, that was used because there are ribs. Now, because of my moving this fan so far forward, what I'm into here is a setup that it's in a flat area here. Where are we here? Yeah, it's in a flat area. So I didn't have to do that. But what I did was I built out tabs and a framework around this fan so that when I screwed this in, this is the finished area, because I'm going to put all along here a 3/4 inch. So I built it into this part of the fan, glued it and screwed it into the metal, and then where the ceiling fan is, the screws that come down hold it, and then when I get over to this side, I don't know if you can tell here, I'll go back, there is a contour. It does have a contour, this roof. And so what I did was I put the initial one piece in here, and then when I brought these edges back, that's equal, I went back here and I tied that in here and then put other pieces. Oh, and you can see it's still wet. I just put that in. So this is all supported. It's glued. It's screwed through this member, held up, and yeah, like I can shake the whole van just touching that. And now my finished roof will go on top of this, follow this line, which is the 3/4, and it'll go right back. So I think that doing it this way, like I'm not going to kid you, this probably took me 3 hours to fabricate this and do it, but it's done in a way that supporting members are being held by other components. And I don't know if you can really tell here, I was very conscious too of the orientation of the grain, so it's all flat. These boards right here that I bought them already twisted, so they already had that natural bow. Because of the flat grain, the layout of the grain, I went through it all, that they will pull to one side or the other and give a natural curvature. So I tried to incorporate that natural tendency of the wood to move to my benefit to shape the contour of the roof. So I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I figured that you know, because I've done a lot of woodworking, and I've seen how wood can take off on you, and I thought, well, if it's going to take off, I want it to go in the direction I want it to go in. So, but anyway, yeah, the window's in. As you can see, the window's in. 2 ceiling fans are in. Most of the wiring, we've got a lot of the wiring done. Floor's in. Cameras on the front of the van. They've been run to the back. The wires have been run. The AV wires have been run to the back. The cables, and we're still wrestling with this upfitter module. But yeah, we're learning as we go along, which is the case in a lot of these builds. I don't know how people do it out of their backyards. I've got to give them credit, man, because it's a lot of work. I have been, I don't think I've been 2 weeks yet in a shop where the van's been tore apart. Like this ceiling fan here, it must have been open for 6 days, you know, and a lot of people don't have that luxury, eh? So all the credits to them. And so anyway, this is where it stands so far, and I'm just trying to do a layout for other things like the furnace, and because there's components underneath the floor that you have to take into consideration, beams and that, so the placement of it is dictated by the structure that you can't even see. So anyway guys, that's where it stands, and hopefully I'll have more as we go along, and any of the, I don't think there's really pitfalls. You just have to anticipate, and it's a full-time job. So anyway, you guys take care, and I'll find my pencil here and go back to work. Anyway, talk to you later.